So I don't give them no energy. I give haters no energy. Steve ain't this, he think he this. You don't even know me.
Mr. Harvey, let us just bring it down, you and I, once and for all.
As we go into the dramatic confrontation between Steve Harvey and Gino Jennings, get ready to have your perceptions completely destroyed. Beneath the success and smiles is a growing storm of controversy over age-old issues of faith and marriage. Strongly supporting conventional biblical beliefs, Jennings puts down the gauntlet, questioning Harvey's view of what makes a good marriage. A confrontation akin to that in the Bible is imminent as accusations fly and egos collide. Keep an eye out for a side of Steve Harvey you never knew existed, as we reveal the truth hiding beneath the glamour and gloss. One celebrity dispute you won't want to miss is this one. Steve Harvey, the renowned novelist, adored comedian, and widely recognized television host, has a brilliant career. But his flawless image is obscured by the shadows that lie behind his larger-than-life persona. Comedian on stage, performer, TV personality, and husband and father. Most crucial, though, is that I'm a man of faith. Harvey's wit and wisdom have won over audiences, but beneath the surface, a storm of controversy rages, threatening to reveal the striking differences between the mysterious figure's public persona and private reality. An industry insider states, repeating thoughts that ricochet through the halls of gossip and speculation, that Steve is nothing more than a fake and a fraud. Harvey's former spouses and family members are entangled in a web of legal disputes and acrimonious accusations as a result of stories of dishonesty and duplicity that are told behind closed doors.
What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children?
The story starts with his turbulent first marriage to Marcia, a marriage full of secrets and shadows. Harvey is accused of walking out on his pregnant wife and children, leaving a trail of broken promises and unpaid child support in his wake, according to leaked divorce documents, which portray a horrifying picture of his heartless desertion. An insider says, "This is the secret Steve hoped the world would never know," as the obscene facts of his history are revealed. However, the scandalous shadow continues to follow Harvey into his next marriages, clouding his idyllic rise to wealth and prominence. His marriage to Mary Shackelford is the subject of bigamy and deceit accusations, as recently discovered court records show a history of deceit and manipulation. As the complex network of Harvey's lies threatens to unravel in front of an increasingly doubtful audience, Steve is also accused of blatantly attempting to hide his tracks and points out one legal eagle. Harvey's marriage to Shackelford was characterized by deception and acrimony, despite his amiable on-screen appearance, and it left a bitter path in its wake.
That financially, my life is in a shamble. That is absolutely true.
Harvey supposedly started dating Shackelford while still mired in the court cases from his first divorce. This romantic engagement would eventually lead to marriage. However, simmering tensions and unresolved issues characterized their partnership, which was far from amicable. The couple's relationship remained damaged after the birth of their son Winton Harvey in 1997, and the couple's ongoing conflict was further made worse. The couple's once promising relationship broke down amid reports of marital discord and infidelity, leading to a sour divorce in 2005. But the consequences of their failed union were far-reaching. Harvey and Shackelford became involved in a contentious court dispute in the years after their split, with Shackelford accusing Harvey of wrongdoing and demanding payment for her alleged grievances.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Well, Steve's learning that the hard way tonight. Steve's ex-wife, Mary Harvey, is angry, and she's going public.
When Shackelford resorted to social media in 2011 to vent her concerns against her ex-husband, accusing him of turning their kid against her and leaving her penniless, the enmity between Harvey and Shackelford reached new heights. But since 2005, things have been that way. Thus, it is not. But the reason for it is that we have a man with authority and power. Harvey acted quickly, filing a lawsuit against Shackelford and obtaining her incarceration for her alleged offenses. But the most devastating indictment of Harvey is his problematic past with Marjorie Bridges, his current spouse. Their interaction with the FBI and DA initiating investigations into Marjorie's purported involvement in illegal activities was clouded by allegations of ties to drug smuggling groups. It gets more disturbing the further you go. Wait for a source as Harvey's deceitful enterprise is exposed for everyone to see. However, the controversy's storm clouds don't stop there as allegations of intimidation and bullying surface, damaging Harvey's well-maintained reputation as a well-liked performer. Essie Berry, a civil rights activist, comes out to shed light on Harvey's purported misbehavior, alleging 10 years of accusations spanning from fraud to gang stalking. Berry cries out in defiance. Steve Harvey is a natural-born liar, demanding justice in the face of Harvey's alleged misdeeds. Rather than us speaking up, they are going to sentence Mary to 28 years in prison. The once impregnable exterior of Steve Harvey starts to come apart as the truth gradually comes to light, exposing a man tormented by his own problems and motivated by an unwavering desire for status and power. But amid the rubble of dashed hopes, one question is still unsolved. Behind the curtain of fame and popularity, who is the real Steve Harvey? The First Amendment guarantees the right to free speech. Right then, as a civil rights warrior, I couldn't understand why we are gagging individuals. The conflict between Steve Harvey and Gina Jennings erupts amid a roar of allegations and passionate convictions, revealing cracks not just between the two men, but also between their opposing views on morality and marriage. The core of Jennings' unwavering defense of traditional biblical teachings, particularly those pertaining to marriage and divorce, lies in her unwavering struggle against Harvey. These are not just minor doctrinal distinctions, but rather unchangeable realities that constitute the cornerstone of Jennings' religion. The letter was read by Steve Harvey and his panel.
Steve Harvey and his panel read the letter. Whoever came here, they heard me preach against remarriage and divorce.
Jennings takes an unwaveringly stance that echoes the ageless truths of Scripture when it comes to marriage and divorce. He believes that divorce is more than just a legal procedure. It is a moral transgression that violates the sacred covenant between spouses and, consequently, with God. His ferocious sermons are filled with biblical fervor, condemning the practice of divorce and remarriage as adultery, which is a sin that God will punish severely. Jennings' unyielding adherence to biblical ideals puts him at odds with people like Steve Harvey, whose several marriages go counter to Jennings' teachings. According to Jennings, Harvey's carefree attitude toward marriage and divorce, demonstrated by his 3 marriages, is a concerning divergence from the biblically mandated moral standards. Excellent man. I'm an expert at this, he declared. As you can see, he took a 3rd wife. You are an expert at one thing and one thing only, adultery. Harvey takes a defensive stance in reaction to Jennings' harsh critiques, trying to make sense of his behavior in relation to his claimed religious beliefs. His justifications, though, seem flimsy in the light of Jennings' relentless investigation. Jennings brushes off Harvey's calls to forgiveness and personal development as justifications, a handy way to justify actions that violate God's commands. Jennings and Harvey's disagreement goes beyond simple personal hostility into a more extensive theological discussion with far-reaching consequences. Fundamentally, the issue is whether or not being a celebrity absolves one from the moral principles that guide everyday life. Harvey's contempt for Jennings' warnings is indicative of a larger cultural trend in which wealth and celebrity are frequently viewed as permission to disobey social mores without consequence. However, Jennings' unwavering quest for the truth shows that no amount of notoriety can absolve someone of the consequences of their deeds. His unwavering message serves as a reminder that regardless of the world we celebrate, everyone is equal in the eyes of God and subject to the same moral imperatives. Watchers, if Steve Harvey became a religious person, you will undoubtedly burn in hell. Harvey's lack of response to Jennings' comments reveals a more profound conflict in the world of celebrity between morals and public character. Being one of the most famous figures in Hollywood, Harvey's acts are examined for their moral implications as well as their entertainment value. Harvey's unwillingness to discuss Jennings' points of contention highlights a concerning disjunction between the private and public spheres and casts doubt on the veracity of his stated convictions. It resembles haters. You know, it doesn't matter what other people think of you when you have detractors. I'm surrounded by haters. As we learn more about the turbulent relationship between Steve Harvey and Gino Jennings, the echoes of their argument continue to resonate through the corridors of public opinion, creating a whirlwind of diametrically opposed viewpoints and passionate views. One attitude stands out among the cacophony of voices, capturing the residual resentment and bitterness that simmer beneath the surface of Harvey's problematic relationships with a painful resonance. One witness notes, "I think that Mary, if she had her kid, would not have been so bitter," providing a moving glimpse into the psychological effects of Harvey's turbulent history. The lives of individuals caught in Harvey's web of deceit and treachery are shadowed by the ghost of unresolved trauma. But how are you expected to let go of someone when you take everything away from them and they never get better? The commenter bemoans having to deal with Harvey's supposed misdeeds' lasting legacy. However, amid the chaos, rumors of approaching vengeance float in the air as conjecture about Harvey's and his present wife Marjorie Bridges' fates run wild. And further commenter foretells that his karma will arrive. Marjorie, who now has her own money from her diet goods, is planning to leave him. If he hadn't been wealthy, she never would have looked at him. Therefore, now she's wealthy too. That will be his just desserts now that she's gone. We're about to conclude our examination of the turbulent altercation between Steve Harvey and Gino Jennings, and we'd like to encourage you, our audience, to join the discussion. What do you think about the way that morality, faith, and celebrity all interact in the light of Harvey's scandals? Do you think those who are famous should be spared from following social norms? Or are you in agreement with Jennings' unshakable moral stance? Make your voice known by leaving a comment below. Until the next time, continue to inquire, continue to explore. Till the next time.